Hi knitters, it's Louise here from Wildflower Wool. Today we're going to do a short video on how to knit this stockinette stitch with a garter stitch border. We've got the garter stitch border on here to hold our stockinette stitch flat. Without it, the edges would be curling and the ends would be curling up. I've got a little sample here just to quickly go through the 2 rows that you need to do to work this sample. We've started here and we just did a few rows of garter stitch just to hold our end flat. Now we're going to keep working garter stitch on the edge and garter stitch on this edge, and that's what we've got our markers here for, just to remind us that when we come to these markers we've got to think about, do we need to switch from knits to purls? So garter stitch, as we remember, is where you knit every stitch on every row. So we're going to start off, we're going to knit our 3 edge stitches, making our garter stitch. We come to this marker and we're just going to slip it from needle to needle to get it out of the way. We look at what we know in this center section, we're making stockinette stitch. So we know we're going to knit on one side or we're going to purl on the other. So you look at what your stitches are here. Whatever you're looking at, that's what you're going to do. And we have got knit stitches here. See how they make a V shape? So we have knit stitches here, so that means we're just going to knit across these center stitches. Now we come to our marker again. We just slip it from left needle to right needle. And we know we have these 3 stitches of garter stitch. They're always knit, so we just knit. So that finishes the first row. Now we're going to turn our work around. And if we see on the back here, our garter stitch, we're making ridges. We know 3 end stitches is our border garter stitch. They're all going to be knit. But these center stitches between our markers, that's our stockinette stitch. See these purl bumps here? Our stitches come down and end with a bump on them. Those bumps, we know those are purl stitches. So we know we're going to purl those center stitches. So we start off at our beginning row, working garter stitch, knit these 3 stitches, making our ridge pattern. Slip our marker, double checking again, we see we've got purl bumps here. So now we need to bring our yarn between our needle tips. Oops, and I see I'm off camera here. Let me go back and do this again. We've got our yarn at the back because we just finished a knit stitch. We want this needle, I'm going to exaggerate this here. We want the yarn to come between these needles. We don't want it to just come over top of the needle. Come between the needles. And now we can work our purl stitches. So working a purl stitch, I'm going to do this next one slower so you can see. Our right hand needle's coming in right to left in front of our left needle. And our working yarn is in front. And we're going to wrap around behind the needle tip. And then we're scooping underneath that strand. We're coming under and up and slipping it off. In. So our right hand needle crosses in the front, wrap around behind, and the right needle tip scoops under this strand, just scoops under. And then we're at the end of our stockinette. We'll just move that marker, which is saying to us, hey, we've got to check our stitches here. What do we need to do? We're back here at our 3 garter stitches, so that means knitting. The yarn comes between our needle tips. See how it's not wrapping around any needles? that's what you want. Sorry if I keep going off the camera screen here. I'm going to go again between those needles into the back. And then we're going to knit the last 3 stitches. And those are the 2 rows that you need to do to make this pattern. So, sorry, I might as well show you Daisy. This is so exciting. She's jumped up here on my work table to see what's going on. So anyways, this is how you do our stockinette stitch in the center and our garter stitch on the edge. So hopefully this helps, and you can carry on making your full square here. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment, send me a note, follow us on Wildflower Wool's Facebook page, and hopefully you can manage the stockinette stitch. Congratulations, I'm sure you're going to do great. See you soon.